Hey guys, welcome back. It's Ashley, welcome to TheCardists, and today's review, I'm going to be reviewing the Bicycle I Love the 80s Party Starter playing cards. So let's get straight on into it. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, I just want to give you a bit of information. I do apologise for not doing any videos last week. I was crazy busy. I will explain in the future soon. I've just been doing a few things, so I do apologise for that. It's not like I'm purposely just trying to purposely not do videos. It's just life is getting busy. So I'm having to make a few changes to fit things around. But today I'm reviewing the Bicycle I Love the 80s playing cards party starter. This is a Trivium playing cards. There is the 70s, 60s and 50s decks. I wanted to review this one because, I don't know, my mum picked it up and said, that looks pretty cool. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to review that. Now, it does have a green tuck case colour to it and a purple. So it goes from a green to a purple with the Bicycle text there. And it has trusted since 1885 with I Love the 80s badge. And then it has like a boombox and some glasses and like some kind of high top shoes, and it has party starters, trivia and playing cards. What that means is on the cards is actually some questions about the 80s. On the side it has air cushion finish, made in the USA with a purple ace of spades, and on the other side as well it has come to play, bicyclecards.com. On the bottom it has a barcode with some copyright information, and this deck was brought out in 2010, just for the users that did not know that this deck was made in 2010. So this deck was produced in 2010. On the top, as you can see there, it does have standard size, standard face, and it has a black USB-C seal. It has a green tuck case with a purple border going around, and it has Bicycle since 1885. Let's talk about the 80s, party starter and trivia and facts on every card, and it has standard poker size. Now, enough rambling on about the tuck case, let's move on into the cards. Okay, so let's get rid of these advertisement cards. It does come, they're purple, and it says get a deck, custom deck, just standard advertisements, not that important for this. Let's move on. Okay, so first off we get the Jokers. Now they're very simple. It has Joker, and it has a boombox, one in red, one in black, and then they have a question each. So here's one of the questions. What children's toy fab did Xavier Robots create? Then there's another one. Who was the US president from the most part of the 80s? So you have to kind of guess those, and then it actually has the answer just there on the other side. So it gives you the answer, but it's good to kind of guess out and guess what it is. Now let's have a look at the back design. Okay, apart from being the 80s, it's going to be a bit crazy. Now, it is a one-way back, meaning that, yes, it's not going to be the best for doing a lot. But it has I Love the 80s badge, and it has like totally, and then groovy to the max. Groovy to the max. And then it has some glasses, some high tops, and a boombox. So, and it goes with the purple and the pink colour themes. If you've seen Austin Powers, it's groovy, baby. Now, what the hell am I doing? So let's move on to the Ace of Spades. Now it does have an arcade, because if in the 80s it was a big era for arcade gaming. I would ask my dad, but he'll probably have a go at me because he'll be like, not that bloody old. But let's move on. It has these standard pips just there, and you go the whole way through, and it actually has, so the pips, it has questions. So how many Nightmare on Elm Street movies were made in the 80s? And there was 5, it says there. And then as you can see, what was the first video on MTV played? And then it actually says there. Okay, and then you go the whole way through for the 4, the 5 as well, and it's the way that the spades work as well. They go the whole way through, even to the royalty as well. There is no faces, just a symbol in the back, like a Rubik's Cube, and some famous things that were kind of in the time, penny board and stuff, which is quite famous now. But let's move on to the hearts. Okay, so for the hearts, you can see it's the same with the royalty with the questions, and it goes the whole way through. There's not a lot to really talk about them. It has the same idea, the same faces, and the same background for the shoes. Let's have a look at the next 2 pips. Okay, so we'll move on. So the diamonds are exactly the same. It's the exact same pips with the same questions, with the same faded image in the background for the Jack, Queen and King, and then also the Queen, Jack and King here as well. And it just asks questions, and that's literally all it is. It's just basically a trivia deck, so it's quite good if you know anyone from the 80s. In the movies, 16 Candles, what was Sam's grandparents' exchange student name? And then it has Long Duck Dong. What the hell? I'm sure I read that right. Long Duck Dong. Okay, so as you can see, that's what they've got there, and it's just basically a little interesting deck. Now, I'll do the handling, but to be honest, don't get it too serious. It's just a simple deck, and you can pick this up from Cards for Magic. So, let's have a look. Okay, so let's move on. So first off, now this deck actually is just a standard stock, standard finish. So it's going to handle quite simply, and it's just going to be a groovy deck. To be honest, it's a nice deck of cards, but don't expect it to do much. It's one of the standard decks, and it's just basically more for collectors. It does look quite nice anyway, even when you do a fan, it does look quite cool in that aspect of the glasses, and you kind of get different designs if you fan it a different way. But don't expect a lot out of this deck, because it is just a plain deck of cards, and it's simply just meant to be kind of a trivia deck that Bicycle brung out, and as you can see, it does look quite nice in a giant fan as well. But all around, it is a very, very nice deck of cards, and it is worth picking up if you do have the money. It's literally so cheap, and I'll leave the link in the description below. It is the Bond agency sell it, and I will leave the link to them in the description below to pick up this superb deck. But all around, it is a very nice deck of cards. It does handle really well, and the product itself is really, really beneficial to pick up. I'm not going to do many flourishes this deck because I can't flourish at all, to be honest, but I'm going to just do one anyway because people will moan at me. Okay, but all round, this is a very nice deck of cards, and it's a simple deck, but it's worth having a look. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, then why not give it a like just down there, sorry. Click the subscribe button up there, and check out previous video just up there. Comment down below if you're new of what you thought of this video, and also, that is basically it. If there's any other issues, just pop back and ask me. The comments below, I will get back to those soon. There is going to be some new things to the channel very, very soon, but just be patient because I'm just trying to sort my life out, and then I will get on top of the YouTube. Not on top of YouTube, on top of my YouTube. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.